gotta go away.
Dave? Dave?
Yeah.
Take that down.
Oh. Okay,
All right.
council will reconvene out of closed executive session back into open session. It's 8:17 PM.
8:17.
All right, is there any action out of closed session?
Yes, I'd like to see the city form a subcommittee to further pursue and explore,
Should you make a motion?
make a motion, sorry, I got a little ahead of myself. I'd like to make a motion to see the city form a subcommittee to further pursue and explore the beach access roads within the city limits. Said committee to be Mayor Moore, Councilman Park, and Councilman Owens.
I'll second.
Right, there's a motion on the floor with the first and the second. Any further discussion? Nope. Brian, take the roll.
Councilmember Park,
Yes.
Councilmember Owens,
Yes.
Councilmember Krueger,
Yes.
Councilmember Chambers,
Yes.
Councilmember Seagull,
Yes.
Mayor Moore.
Yes.
Motion carries.
All right, we'll move into the city manager report. David?
Okay, just, we'll be bringing, just a heads up, we'll be bringing boards and commissions to you guys at the July 21st meeting. Is that correct? 21st? Yeah, I think so, yeah. It'll consist of the Airport Advisory Board, Board of Adjustments and Appeals, Parks and Recreation Advisory Board, Nature Preserve Advisory Board, Planning and Zoning Commission, Recreational Development Corporation Board, the SEAC Board. Actually, we don't have to bring that one because that one's just P and Z. The CPAC Board is the Comp Plan Advisory Board. So the new members, if you guys want, you guys could reselect that seat's appointment, if you guys want to change it. So I can contact you and tell you who's who. But if you guys want your own appointee, then it would be up to you. So you could do that next month. Parks and Rec Advisory Committee, I don't think that has any changes on it. So we've been advertising heavy. Fran, how are we doing on applications?
We've got applications from current board members already serving.
Right.
Um,
Any new ones?
Has it been in the paper?
not
Yes, it's been in the paper and we'll keep running it.
Every other week.
We'll run it. Maybe we should just do it every week. Let's just do it every week for the next 4 weeks and really.
Didn't we do the airport board not that long ago?
They had some vacancies on there.
Yeah,
Oh,
they
okay.
have, yeah.
Unexpired terms.
Right.
Okay.
Maybe the paper will do an article about getting fresh blood.
What about the Marina Board? Because Kelly was
Oh,
on.
did I miss that one?
Joellen was
Yeah.
on it.
I'm sorry, I
We need to
missed
do that
one.
one too, right? There's probably a couple
Animal
vacancies
shelter.
there.
Marina board is not until later on in the year.
Oh, that's later on. What about animal shelter?
Animal shelter is around the same time. So animal shelter,
But-
we're still trying to get.
We haven't had one going, either one on the Marina board or that. No, but we haven't been doing anything.
No, we didn't do anything during COVID and
Yeah.
COVID kind of.
So
put
why
up-
couldn't
put
we
the-
just go ahead and freshen it up? I mean, get it started. Is that too much for you right now? I mean, no, I'm just serious.
Well,
I mean, it's a
actually it
lot.
is. We need, she's missing the people, the person who runs the Marina Board is not, it's not hired yet.
That's right. I
So-
didn't mean it like that. I just,
Yeah.
like,
If we need.
is that too many right now for you?
A board together, get the board together, then we can.
Mm.
We can schedule.
Yeah.
something.
Animal shelter needs help bad.
Yeah, animal shelter. When's the animal shelter board? That's the one we need a vet, right? We're looking for a vet. Yeah.
Vet and somebody from an animal shelter organization.
And the police officer, right?
Yes, I think it's a team.
Yeah. Or an appointee.
Yeah.
But anyway, so
that on
all the boards are coming.
I know that.
I like the animal shelter. Couldn't a council person kind of be over that? I mean, not over that, but like helping out, like.
I think there's been a council
Well,
appointee
that's
on
what I
that
mean,
board.
too.
I
Okay.
think, isn't one of the seats?
Spot that has to be filled by council.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sounds like you're getting your start.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Beth, I think Beth was on
I'm
that.
very interested in it.
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah,
come
they-
on. Can we make that action tonight?
Yeah.
Yes.
All right, so anyway, okay, so boards are coming. Update on Port Street parking lot for the council members that don't know about the Port Street parking lot. That is, well.
We know, across the
Right
fair
there.
stacking lane.
Right,
We got
it's
you.
across from the ferry stacking
He
lane.
goes by there every day.
It is, we'll have plans ready in about 2 weeks, out to bid. The main thing we're working on right now is getting a pole moved by AEP that's right in one of the driveways.
Oh.
So that's but other than that, we'll probably be bringing that bid to you guys at the July meeting.
Okay.
We're
Tell
looking,
Jim to go easy.
engineer's estimate was about 800K. Yeah. We'll see
We
where,
just really wanted to
we'll
do-
see where it comes in.
Concrete.
But it's
Try it
ready, and coming your way. Update on Public Facilities Corporation bonding capacity. Currently, the capacity is 0.
Okay. All right.
Until a couple things happen.
Okay.
Until we start accruing funds from Palladium, which we should start accruing towards the fall, then we will start building that capacity, but currently it's 0.
0. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Accounting,
Staff reports.
Miss Darling.
Item 9, Darla, county.
You have a written report this month. I consolidated actually did the 2 months at the same time, so I didn't get one ahead of out to you any earlier. But when you look at the hotel motel tax, it is down large. Do not panic. It's still transitioning to the new system. And I believe there's more money out there that just is not, it's not rolling in yet with the new system. But we're getting there. And actually, while y'all were in executive session, I did finish the applications for the new credit card company to transfer everything. So that will put more on the property managers and less on staff.
So it'll simplify and make it more seamless then?
It's gonna, yes, for staff, it definitely will. It's gonna put more on the property managers and they will complain, but that is why they're property managers.
Oh, just, it's a delay. Because the people have so long to report.
So remember, we have our council goals workshop, July the 6th. I request any items from,
Seventh, so it's the seventh, right?
no, it's the 6th, Wednesday the 6th.
Wednesday, the 6th.
I have,
The 7th is the backup day.
Mhm.
oh, okay.
So it's
Because it's
6th, and then if needed, carry forward on the 7th.
Oh, okay.
That's
Well, I put
what,
on my phone the 7th.
I do too.
oh, we all got the staff the 6th.
Yeah, we're just hoping.
I
don't care.
Yeah, I mean, it can, what did you have down?
It's all at once. July 4th, everybody's here.
Yeah,
I
we
have
put
the
the
6th,
6th with, yeah, we had the 6th, 7th. But if y'all want the 7th, that means if you have
And
any.
Friday would be the backup day.
Friday would be the backup date. In case it goes longer than one day. You know, we start at 9, we do bring lunch in.
I just have,
Staff is fine
I
with
moved
7.
all my clients from the seventh
Oh,
to the sixth.
we can
It's
go to
fine. No,
7th.
I mean, I have to take, anyway, it's fine. That's good. I just had.
We're gonna be here the 6th and the 7th.
I know.
So it does not matter to us.
You're not closed, right? You're only observing 4th of July on Monday, right? So you're gonna back to work on the 5th.
Yeah.
Yes, we'll be here for 6th, 7th, 8th.
Because I didn't want to be like, well, you're gonna be off and now you don't.
No, we're here,
So
so.
when do you want our ideas?
I want your ideas, if possible, by next Friday, June 24th. Because if the staff has to run any traps and get any backup in the packet for y'all, if we need the packet out July 1st. So, and I request that those emails are sent to both myself and David.
Yeah, oh, absolutely.
So, yes, just, you know, some of the stuff you have may not need any input from staff, but if it does, we do need time to pull it together and get any backup that you might need in that packet.
And they need to be items that are budgetary type items. I mean, not just like
you know, we should be closed every third Friday for lunch or something.
No, that's great.
No.
Not for lunch. You just didn't need to finish the last word, just every third Friday.
Yeah. I just want to make,
Yes, budgetary items and projects and capital things,
things that
yes.
cost money.
Yes, things that cost money. So, do you have any other questions?
I have a quick question for you, Darla, and on the hotel motel special account, and again, this is my first time to see any of the financials, this for my new position here. The year-to-date actual has a very, very large item that's outside budget. I'm assuming that's the parking lots we purchased and something else.
Where?
Which
In
one?
the hotel motel special,
Oh,
Fund.
special.
so.
Oh, the 983,000, yes, ma'am.
Yes.
What is it?
Nueces County or.
Well, it's, I mean, our budget.
Wait, which one?
The hotel motel special reserve account. The current budget was $544,000 for the entire year, and so far, you know, 3/4 away for the
I'm
year. We've
sorry,
already
what page are
spent
you looking at?
page, well, there's a couple page numbers on here.
Should
Page
that
7
be
out of
under special?
37 or 65 out of 107 is on the
Yeah.
bottom.
The page I'm looking at, 65 of 107.
It's,
I'm sorry, which one? The
110?
544,000, yes.
that's the budget, but it says actual spending's 1.6.
Yes.
So is
It-
that the two parking lots that we've
Yes,
purchased?
ma'am.
Oh, I see.
I'm assuming,
Special funds?
is that, so it came out of hotel motel special fund,
Right.
both parking lots?
Both parking lots.
Okay.
Parking
'Cause
lots
that
are
is
both
our-
properties.
They're
Right.
both property, right? I mean,
Like
I'm.
property
I mean, I don't-
purchases for the parking lots. Yes, ma'am, because that's the only hotel motel we have besides Convention Center and Civic Center, and the other goes to Chamber.
Right.
So this is the fund that is going to have your match for marinas. It's definitely where the
Yeah,
parking
no, I
lot monies are
understand
going to
what
come
the
from.
fund is for. I'm
Right,
just
right.
wondering what did.
That
you spend all
wasn't
that
because
money?
those parking lots were
Not a
approved.
budget.
Let's call them, hold on. Properties, because
Properties.
we don't know what their use is. So let's not, we'll put everyone in a panic if we
Okay.
keep calling them parking
I'm
lots.
sorry.
So let's call
Right.
them properties.
Currently, that's what they are, but they're properties, yes. Okay.
Yes. that
The
is
land purchases that we've made over the last couple of months,
Correct.
that
On
were
the
non-budgeted
Hollister and on
items.
cutoff.
that's what that is. Okay. I just want to be clear.
That is it. Yes, because they were not budgeted. And I did on the golf cart graph, the golf cart indicators, I did add the columns we discussed for the fiscal year to date, the very last column. So you can compare last year, we had sold 4,103 cart license plates as of May 31st. This year, we've sold 4,512 in the corresponding 5-year history there. So if that helps to
Okay.
kind of tell you where we are compared to the prior year. But if you have any other questions.
Anybody have any other questions? For Darla?
What?
Okay.
Have we, I experienced, I'm sorry, Mayor Nancy.
Yes.
In court, I did experience a couple of people who were issued golf cart citations. And they asserted in their discussion, while they paid for the tickets, they asserted in their discussion that the rental company had not had the sticker of the golf cart rules on it. Is there any way
The
that we
sticker
can,
rule.
yeah, the sticker rule. Is there any way that we can reach out
We
to,
do often, and they are all given stickers, and believe me, every rental company does know, because they have a whole list of,
well, then
and
maybe
they
we can
even
start
have
writing
the
tickets for
rules.
the rental companies, start putting them all stickers on.
If they replace.
We
the
do.
James, who do you give to?
Put it on.
But I mean, if that
experienced that company.
Come on up.
If they were
We had a
re-
company, I think, over,
Yeah.
around Memorial Day weekend that didn't have the stickers on there.
Yeah,
And they were trying to claim that City Hall was out of them,
right.
and we shut them down, and, yeah.
So it
Yeah,
can
we-
happen.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
So
What
we,
about-
we stopped them from renting for that weekend, they were not happy, but
So this is just what I'm hearing in municipal court. What about the short-term rentals that have the golf carts?
Those are harder to do because they're just kind of hit and miss. We try to address them when we come across them when we're issuing the tickets. The ones that we had this past month, we dealt with the actual company that had a significant amount, because I think we made 4 or 5 stops on golf carts and they didn't have the sticker on there. So it's like, okay, this seems to be a trend. It's all from the same company. We went and talked to the
Right.
golf cart company.
That's what
You
I'm
can't
getting
rent
in
them.
court. Okay.
Yes,
All right.
that should clear up after this one,
Okay. Thank you.
because they have since got their sticker.
And we have very, very, very specific procedures in finance when we're selling that cart plate. We have to put, and it's stated in ordinance exactly how we have to do it. We have to give them the receipt. We have to give them the sticker. And we do ask, do you have a rule sticker? You must have this rule sticker visible to the driver. Believe me, we say it to every single person that purchases. And
So when we did the short-term rental, is there anything that indicates whether or not the short-term rental has a golf cart? Because I'm wondering if that's.
on our registration, on our registration to GovOS, yes.
What
There
if
is
it's
a
part-
question.
If it's a cart
For golf cart.
that you rent the STR and
Yeah.
it comes with a golf cart.
That is in our registration process now for STRs. That is a question.
Yeah, and
If
when
they
I
have a golf cart.
when I wrote that ordinance, I wrote in there specifically that if they have a golf cart, they have to comply with all, and I believe, I don't want to promise, but I believe Carla has written citations to the STR.
That's what I'm
STR
getting in
citation.
court.
Um,
That's what I'm getting in court.
when they violated as a rental, when they violated that promise that they would adhere to all the golf
Okay.
cart ordinances, I believe that she has written those.
I'm
So I
sorry.
think if they're doing that, if you're getting, this is my opinion, but I think if you're getting that, if someone says, Kelly says, well, I didn't have the sticker, then are you writing that down so that we can go back to, I mean, to me, that would be, if that keeps happening as a pattern, then we need, doesn't mean they don't get a ticket, sorry, but then we write it down and we say, okay, well, who did you rent from? What house? What was the address? What cart company? So that when we can go back to them and say, hey,
So I will start to write that
I mean,
down,
not
but
that that's-
that was my,
Mhm.
that's why I blurted it out tonight.
Right, right.
That
Because
reminded me.
believe me, they get the sticker. Now, do we watch them put it on? No. But do we talk to them and tell them how important it is? And we tell them, if you get pulled over and you do not have that sticker visible to the driver, you will be ticketed. We say
Let me
those
ask you
words to
this,
them.
what if we,
And we have it written in language.
if it's a rental, if it's a rental cart, why don't we just write the ticket to the rental cart company and give the renter a break?
Yeah.
Or is that too much of a pain, James, for figuring out that on the fly?
Yeah.
No, I mean, it's gonna vary situation to situation. Like we had over Memorial Day weekend, obviously, we saw a pattern with the amount of stops that we were making over that weekend. So we went and addressed it then. If it's 1 or 2 golf carts, I mean, that's probably not gonna be something that we're gonna go and write the rental company a ticket for right away. A lot of things can happen with those stickers once they get put on there. I mean, they get washed, the carts get washed repetitively throughout the day. The renters may absentmindedly pick at it, or it may be loose or whatever.
Little
So,
kids pick at them.
yeah, I mean, if we see something that's habitual, obviously, we're gonna go and address it, but we haven't seen that except for that one business that we addressed
So I think
recently.
that may be the fixed problem. I
All
think
right,
they fixed
okay.
it. I
Yeah.
saw it and I think it's fixed. It's problem.
Let's see if it
Thank you.
rears its head again.
Okay, Rick, your turn.
Do you have the report? So the hotline has been the big focus for us, and I know some of you guys have utilized it. We've tested it. The results have been
I have an hour recording.
all over the board.
Sunday night, I called it and I recorded it. I was on the phone for 1 hour, 1 minute on hold.
I've heard that, and I don't know if it was you or.
I had 45 minutes, but I recorded this one, so I'm gonna send it.
Yeah, and I've asked for that. That's what we need. So we've set up a call with the vendor. Believe it's Wednesday or so.
We're trying Wednesday.
Is it? Yeah, to get all the
I'll forward that to
information
you.
and ask, because some of them have worked great.
Right.
Other thing we're finding is that the intake time that the call taker is spending, they're asking questions that are that's like an 8-minute intake,
Right.
and that wasn't our intent. What's the violation? Thanks. We've gotten some great comments that people have gotten callbacks pretty quickly.
But all over the map.
but it's all over the map. So we're just trying to,
Get it, so.
we're trying to coalesce it, and we'll continue to do that. If you do have instance to use it, please let us know, because we're documenting all of those calls.
What was the agreement in the contract? I mean, immediate response, 24/7, 5 minute? Is there anything specific?
I'll go back and look, but I don't think it's, I
Yeah,
don't
that's
think
what
there
my
was a
concern
specific
is.
performance time. Oh, we'll answer the calls, promptly respond.
Yeah.
Probably
If
from
you could
from
give-
India is an hour.
And if you could
Pretty
give
damn
us
good from India.
that exact time and date, because when I was at my conference last week in Austin, this vendor was there. I had some very lengthy discussions with their owners. And that's why we're getting this call set up
I can
next week. And
send you
every
the calls I've
specific-
had on my phone.
That
I mean,
would-
yeah.
Yes, that would be great, because if they're on your phone, we got exactly
One
the
it
time
came
and
up
the
and
date.
It actually said, we're sorry, there are no people here to take your call. Please call later. Thank you. And it hung up. So,
With specific lists and times that we can
I
get it
will
in their
do that.
face and hold them to it.
okay.
What did we end up paying for that Gova with? In the end, what was the purchase?
139.12.
Yeah, there's a lawsuit.
And we didn't have any add-ons or anything?
Pardon?
We didn't add, I mean, remember they said you could add on this or add on this? So we didn't do that. It's just
No, we
139.
did- the bulk filing was an additional, but the total ended up being, I think it's 130,912 or 921.
Okay.
And from your perspective, you're getting calls from them saying that there are properties in violation?
Those calls are.
I mean, if a resident would call up and say, hey, this person doesn't have a sign in their window, they're supposed to call the city and notify you of that violation.
We're not getting those calls. I'll have to find out how that's being reported back to us.
Okay.
Right. The other piece too is that all of these calls at 14 since the last report are all recorded. So the ones that we do have, we can listen to those recordings and we can hear the dialogue. And we can also then measure the response time. So when it's working, it works pretty good. The problem is it's inconsistent. That's what we got to try to figure out. That's why we got a call set up this week, Wednesday.
Okay, thank you.
New permits year to date, 160, all of last year, 274. So it's a pretty brisk pace of the permits we're seeing. Clearly my staff is extremely busy. We have been, as Darla mentioned, because of some staff shortages, we've all been chipping in and rotating to the front desk for receptionists. So that's taken a little bit, I wasn't joking about the filing. It's a huge undertaking. So that community service stuff really helped us. I'm hoping by next meeting, we'll also have a better handle now on the compliance piece, the scrubbing they're doing, and have enough history to be able to start to give you some numbers as to what they're finding. We've already got a couple, some that have clearly been intentionally under the radar. There's not a doubt in our mind. So we're pursuing some of those. We're finding a handful of people that Airbnb is their platform. Airbnb collects. They just thought that was the end of it, but Airbnb only collects for the state, not for us. So anyway, we'll continue We'll continue to work on that. The red striping, we were making some pretty good progress. We actually got Cinnamon Shore North, which was one of our really big problem areas, high density, tight roads, got that done. We had Fire Marshal and I, did you go along with us? When we went around and identified.
I went.
We were all together.
Yeah.
So we went around, we identified the properties. We were going to prioritize the HOAs where we could reach them. Finding points of contact were difficult. We finally had a pretty good solution with the new code enforcement officer, who you know by now didn't really work out. And so that kind of set the process back a little bit. But our backup was, we talked to the fire department. So the fire department's going to also help us, and they're going to help deliver. Not only we're going to mail, but we're going to hand deliver these in the truck so that they can, be there on site. I have hired internally. I'm pretty pleased. It's a whole different person, demeanor wise. But since that was always intended to be kind of administrative, kind of to be the person that would go out and do some of this paperwork, she was previously my permit technician. She'd already done the training, already passed her initial certification. So Carla was comfortable with that. So she is now our second code officer as of last week. I think you signed the
What's her
action
name?
form. Laura, it's Laura that's for years been in my office. What's officially, that's correct, yeah.
Yes.
And so now we're out looking for another permit technician. I believe that 2179 is our current registration. Obviously, those now are trickling a little slower since the bulk, we got the bulk. Some of these big projects still out of commission, La Mirage, Pelican, these that are identified. That's it. Any questions? Yeah, and please, if you get any feedback on this hotline, work in progress, let us know. I mean, I'm trying to gather it. We're trying to test it ourselves. We're trying to gather, gather as much info as we can as to,
So what's the ETA on La Mirage, just out of curiosity? Heard anything?
I haven't, given where they're at. I think they've still got, I don't think they're going to be ready this summer. Unfortunately. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, Rick. EMS report.
That's a new floor.
I like it.
Good.
Hello, Elliot Tabor, EMS. So Daniel's at a school board meeting, conference tonight. So he asked if I would come in, and I'm here to grace you with my presence.
Thank
So
you
I'll
for
try to
staying
make
so
this-
late.
What's that?
Thank you for staying.
Oh, yeah,
so
no
late.
problem, no problem.
You're going to tell Daniel, no, not anymore.
Yeah, pretty much. This is only my second one, so I'm glad I didn't screw it up too bad last time, and you let me come back. All right, thank you. Appreciate that. So let me make this as quick and painless as possible. We'll go over May. So overall, we're up 14% in call volume, which EMS wise, that's a lot, especially with just 2 units. We had only one request for mutual aid on our end. So mutual aid coming down here, not us going over there, which is really good. Average response time is a little up this month, only because a lot of our calls have been kind of far out there, Pole 58, Pole 52, Cinnamon Shores South. It just the way that it went this month. But still, I mean, way below national average. 5 minutes is an amazing response time. Transport 61 patients. A lot of patients are going to Bay Area. That's our closest trauma facility. They're under construction right now, and a lot of times we'll be waiting there for a long time, 30 minutes, 45 minutes, and having just one ambulance out of service for 30 minutes is a long time. We've been trying to go to Rockport more. We've been trying to go to Spawn, Christus Shoreline a lot more. That seems to help, but at the same time, trying to justify that even in the billing situation of why did you bypass a closer facility to go to another facility? They're not looking at the big picture of, well, we're going to be stuck there for 30 minutes. The patient actually might have to wait a lot longer to be seen than they would at that hospital. So that's something we're trying to work on, and I think overall it's working out pretty good. Rockport's used to seeing us now, which at first we were kind of butting heads with them, but I think they've accepted that we're just going to take patients there. And if they don't like it, then that's their fault. That's on them. So treated transport, 37 patients, canceled 9, standby. We've had 1 standby. I think it's for a swimmer in distress that ended up being fine. Thank goodness. Public assist 15, a lot of stingrays, a lot of venomous marine life, especially now. I don't know what it is, but there are tons of stingrays in the surf. We were out there the other day and you can see them swimming around there. So I expect that to increase, and we've stocked up on hot packs, which is the best treatment for stingray. And then for jellyfish, we have tons of meat tenderizer. People walk into the station and they see all the meat tenderizer and they're like, are you guys, barbecuing? And they're like, no, it's for the jellyfish.
But
So
I mean, a stingray I get, but
Yeah.
if someone gets stung by a jellyfish at the beach, you drive the ambulance down there?
So the lifeguards have helped out a lot, but yes, it is because people, they've never been stung by a stingray. They think it's the worst
It was a
pain.
lifeguard thing.
Right. Yes, it is. And they're doing an amazing job.
Yeah.
A lot of times when they're in extreme pain, they don't have any pain medication
Got
to
it.
help them out. A lot of times they want a second opinion from EMS, which I totally get. It's always great to have a second opinion. So whenever that patient is hurting a lot, we'll go down there and check him out. And usually by the time we get down there, the pain is subsided and we give him the treatment, tell him to go back to the hotel, soaking in hot water. But yeah, there you go.
Make up some.
Bud
videos.
Light.
But we are stocking up on all our stuff, dehydration, emergencies, extra saline, ice packs, hot packs, meat tenderizer. So let's see, where are we? Year to date, again, 15% increase. Public assist with all the stingrays. The conference was a great success. 81 EMS agencies. That's amazing.
That's a lot.
That is a lot, especially because overall, as an area in South Texas, EMS is a little bit lacking. Not us though. We're like the little gem in South Texas that everyone wants to come down and learn from. So just to see that is a great part to, a great thing to be. So radios have been updated. Thank you, Lieutenant Stokes. That was really good. We can actually get everyone from Port Aransas to Corpus whenever we get to the hospital. So before we couldn't check out, we'd have to call dispatch sometimes. Now we can tell them, hey, we're at the hospital, and they know where we're at. So that's nice. IV pumps have been ordered with our Sandfest money. They're here. They're just waiting to be programmed. That is a huge step. We have the same IV pumps, actually better IV pumps than a lot of the hospitals have. So it takes away all that fumbling with trying to do medication math, on scene when someone's critical, converting milligrams to micrograms to grams, and then trying to give the right dose on patient weight, all while someone's screaming at you. You have the opportunity to mess up pretty bad. With a pump, it's already pre-programmed. So you hit a button and that takes away all of the thinking. Which is great for us EMS guys. So we love it. So we'll start training on that probably next week whenever they unlock our pumps.
Cool.
Yeah. Stair chair. We have a new stair chair. That makes it way easier, especially on our backs, because a lot of EMS guys don't have the best backs from carrying, big patients downstairs. And a lot of these houses here, a lot of stairs. So it's basically like a chair with a little track system on it, and we can wheel them down the stairs while they're sitting in the chair. So we have a new one of those, and that's great. Everyone's really happy about that. We ordered new monitors, new ventilators. That will also help with patient care. I mean, these monitors can do core temperature. You can have someone intubated, their whole temperature all the way to the hospital. The ventilators breathe for you, take out that user error that sometimes can happen, and they give it accurate ventilation rate and tidal volume all consistently the whole transport. So that's really good. We've had some ambulances break. We had one break today, actually. So we've had 2 that broke last month. One break today. 2 of them have been fixed. So one went down for airbags, one went down for pulley issues. Both those have been fixed. One has kind of a messed up AC. It's just really noisy. It works. It's just really noisy. So that's another thing that needs to be looked at. But both units back in service. One is out of service. I don't know the status of that, but it didn't sound good today. That's it. I encourage
drug shortages. You guys have been hard on getting certain drugs.
So some drugs. It's getting way better.
Okay,
though.
so it's getting better.
You're getting way better. Yes. But still, there's certain drugs you wouldn't even think that would be hard to get, like saline. Just salt water was hard to get, and it's still a little hard to get. The other day they sent us 2 little flushes. We ordered 100 and they sent us 2. So stuff like that. But all of that has since come in, and we're trying to manage that as best as we can. And we actually have a lot of new medications that we added to the truck as well. So.
Thank you.
As always, I encourage every one of you. I think it's so important. If you want to come take a tour of the station, come ride out with one of us. You're more than welcome anytime.
That was an option.
Yeah. Come on down. We'd love to have you. That's the time to come, or 4th of July weekend.
Oh, no.
Yes. No. That's right. Any questions for me that I can hopefully answer without Daniel here?
I have one question.
Yeah, sure.
It's a simple question.
Yeah, no problem.
This may sound silly, but I'm just curious.
Yeah.
How long does it take you guys to get to Rockport, to the hospital over
Okay,
there?
so we get ferry clearance, right?
Right.
And if there's not a long line, we get clearance right away. We're in this side of town. It only takes about 25 minutes. Not bad at all. From here to Bay Area, and that's going, emergency traffic. From here to Bay Area is about 32-ish minutes. If we're here, and then if we're in Cinnamon Shores, then it wouldn't make sense for us to
Go this way.
bypass that hospital, go through town, go through the ferry. It would make sense just to go to Bay Area and hopefully they have a bed available for us. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Okay, yes, thank you. Thank you all for having me again.
Is Benton or Adam here for the fire?
No
report?
fire.
Okay.
23 calls in May. This is the May report. Overall calls down a little bit, just a few from last year. Fire drills in May, they had a business meeting, programming meeting, been doing truck checks, radio configurations, and then major equipment. They're working with LT on their radio systems.
And then
No new major equipment in May, but I think the last budgeted item is their their Dune ATV water truck thing. I think he just priced it, so
Just got his final bid yesterday, but he had one issue with it, so.
you might see it in July.
But I mean, that was already budgeted.
Yeah, budgeted item. I think it's right at 25.
It was budgeted at 25, his bids are actually at about 27.
Yeah.
but
So we need to just
You'll
reapprove it?
find the money within his budget.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So you guys should see that in July.
Okay.
Okay, LT.
LT.
One of the night. Okay, so May kicked off the summer for us, and you can see that we've been a little bit busy. We responded to a little over 1,700 calls for service, and we had 542 charges filed with the municipal court. Most of those are going to be citations. 48 of them were arrests. The biggest thing, we didn't really have a whole lot of really big incidents that occurred other than Memorial Day, obviously. The traffic citation count is what is pretty significant. We've started our targeted enforcement for golf carts and for speeding and reckless driving on the highway that we do every summer. We do a step program where we pay overtime for guys to come out and work 4-hour shifts. To do that, we're trying to get those shifts covered without running the guys into the ground. We're still, 4 or 5 positions short. So it just becomes a daunting task to keep up with it. We are also doing traffic enforcement on the highway during the commuter times in the morning and in the afternoon. We try to dedicate one officer to the highway to stay on top of that so that we can hopefully avoid incidents like we had today. But unfortunately, they're still going to happen. Is there anything specific that you guys want me to address or ask without having to read the whole thing to you?
No beach parking.
We had
Is that a 184 or 34?
That is a one. So beach
that a
parking, Alex, that is 184. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got it. Yeah, new guy starts tomorrow. He starts his training tomorrow. So we're gonna have 2 parking guys down there. Alex is gonna be one of the guys that trains him, so.
Okay, all right, good. What is the? How
Put
many
it
of
in the
those-
wrong spot.
How many of those go through? Does the judge cut many people slack on that, or are they all getting?
No.
No, there's not.
A lot of people pay the ticket before they come to me, right?
Yeah.
Right.
I only see the ones that are plead not guilty, and a lot of the ones that I see that are plead not guilty, they put it in the wrong spot.
Oh, they put the sticker. What's the average? What's the average line?
75, 50 if they buy it.
Yeah, I don't remember what the breakdown is on that. It's like 50 or $75.
75
It's
bucks
50 if they
pay the
confirm
fine.
if they purchased a sticker. If they bring in
The receipt
the receipt.
showing that they had the sticker before they got the ticket, then it's a lower charge or. a
Right, but
dismissal.
if they buy it's 75, if they don't buy the sticker. If they can prove that they purchased a sticker afterwards even, it will be reduced to 50, and that's a standing signed order by the judge.
So 75, what's this?
75 and it's 50.
That was gonna.
But
Man.
but a lot of them who I see do have it, they just don't have it in the right place.
Right,
Yeah.
Well, they,
Oh, that's a lot of money.
right. The ones that are coming to coming to you are coming with a reason.
Right.
Yeah.
Whereas the ones that are paying are just like, oh, they got me.
And there's a lot of them that he actually gives them a break to go and give them an
And then-
opportunity to fix it before he writes them too.
Is that a 82 for carts on highway?
Yep.
That's a good number.
Yeah, we had a Memorial Day weekend was really busy. We did almost 200 traffic citations over the whole month, and almost 90 of those were just golf cart violations over Memorial Day weekend.
Killing the court clerk.
I know. Yes, poor Britain.
I'm sure it will be.
Yeah, poor Britain. We were burying that poor girl in paper, but
Well, it's, I mean,
it's something we got to do.
I mean,
Well, do the
So-
people not know that they're not supposed to be there? Or, I mean, do we need more signage? Is that really realistic? I see a lot of comments.
They don't-
Oh, we
just
need
don't
more
read.
signs, or they just don't care.
Well, there's a big combination of that stuff. I mean, a lot of people don't pay a lot of attention to the rules that are explained to them. A lot of them just don't understand the area that they're in. You know, they're sitting there with their GPS
Yep.
in the cup holder saying, it says turn right here. Yeah, but the sign at the stop sign right here that you're parked at says don't go this way. So a lot of them just take their chances and be like, yeah, I'm on vacation. Let's see what happens.
And one person will rent the cart and then 5 other people drive it and
Yeah.
nobody passes the rules down, even though it's right there.
Well, a lot of people also say that, you know, I don't agree with the rules, so I'm going to do it anyway.
Well,
And
we're not in Mexico.
And there's those that play dumb,
yep,
pretend they don't know.
yep, they don't like that there's not a crossing here, so I'm going to cross anyway. And yep, and that's. I had a guy that called twice, was ranting and raving because we had an officer out on Memorial Day weekend that was stopping golf cart violations on the highway. And he was gonna take it and write letters to my boss and everybody. And I said, I encourage you to write those letters. Please write those letters. Write the mayor, write the city manager, write the. I look forward to those responses.
Wow.
So,
I've seen a lot right in front of my salon, getting pulled over on the sidewalk.
It's all
Yeah.
day long.
yeah,
and you
it's,
know, when you watch them, they go down the sidewalk and then they drop down at all the driveways and they're
Yeah.
just also,
Yeah.
they all are just smiling like this is so fun.
yeah.
It kills me.
I
I'm
gotta
like,
hope.
Until those lights go on behind him and then it's like.
And I say-
And they're like, all right.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Elsie.
Elsie.
Great job. All right, item 10, are there any city council comments or items for future consideration?
Always have something by the time I
Goals
get here.
workshop,
Next
please
week.
get them to Darla.
And you.
Me, yep.
Slash you.
I leave for Alaska tomorrow, but I'm taking a laptop and I'm gonna be in the library 2 hours a day, so.
Mm.
Yeah, whatever. No, I am.
Yeah.
I am. I got too much.
Right.
Yeah.
8 a.m. 8 a.m.
What's that?
No, 9. Okay.
Yeah.
Here.
9.